This video is about my experience with the game and the search to find its creator online. If you just want to see some gameplay, I uploaded a full playthrough as well. Check the link in the description or tap the little info box in the corner. My search began with only a title, a game I used to play on Windows 98, known as Mini Pac-Man. Pac-Man would burp when he ate enemies, and his tongue would waggle. After eating so many pellets, he would rip an incredulous fart. The enemies were aggressive, the sound effects were strange, and the music was interesting. I nearly gave up my search for the game until I decided to check the Internet Archive. And there it was. One of only 2 games by Isa Milila. A unique game and a unique name. Not the title, but the creator. Few results appeared when searching Isa Milila, and I found it highly unlikely that the CEO of iLoke developed a raunchy Pac-Man clone. On the contrary, searching through hundreds of results on YouTube for mini Pac-Man and even Pac-Man clones proved to be bonus fruitless as far as footage of this game was concerned. The other game by Isa on the Internet Archive is called Amazing Mazes to Amaze, and rather than being a freeware game like Mini Pac-Man, it's a shareware game, and seems to be the prototype for Mini Pac-Man. Both games are noted as being released in 1997, but unless Isa moved backwards in skill as a developer, Amazing Mazes was likely released first. The gameplay is nearly identical and the enemies are similar, but there's a shooting mechanic, teleporters, counterintuitive level design, bugged enemy respawn times, and walls that must have hooks on them since your blood-red Pac monster gets stuck on them constantly. The music in Amazing Mazes is decent, but really doesn't fit in a Pac-Man clone. The first level has a 9-minute MIDI track of Toccata and Fugue by Johann Sebastian Bach, which seems more suited to a Castlevania game. I was even able to find a nearly identical MIDI track on this site. However, the sequencer was unknown. But in Mini Pac-Man, we get music like this. I'm not sure if this music is original, but I've never heard it anywhere else myself. Mini Pac-Man's mechanics are simpler, and the gameplay is more condensed, but its comparative polish and music make it much more enjoyable. The most clever mechanic that was carried over is the chasing enemy's ability to pass through walls, doing so faster and more frequently as you make progress. There's even a cheat code that I remembered from my childhood that exists in both of these games. Type HIGHS on the title screen and you get 20 lives. And I never felt bad playing with this cheat code on because at any time something like this could happen to you. This is much needed in Amazing Mazes, but I wasn't interested in trying to complete this headache-inducing mess. If I were, I would have 10 days to do so before sending $7 USD to Isa for the privilege of continuing. And if I were to send the money, there's an address listed here. My curiosity kicked in, so I searched it up. There was only one Google result, directing me to an entry on hitta.se, hitta being Swedish for find. A search engine for Sveriges privatperson och företag, or Sweden's private persons and companies. There are a number of listings for the location, one of which was for Isa Milila. The address appears to be a vacation home in Sweden, as listed on Booking.com. Isa's Hitta profile contains a link to his LinkedIn profile, where he references his Fiverr account. His Fiverr account seems to be mostly for search engine optimization services, but his bio mentions that he is an author and game developer, nominated for Sweden's Best Shareware Game in 1997. Bingo! This is our guy right here. He has a YouTube account with a single Call of Duty video, a Vimeo account with a few movie review videos, and a SachiArt.com profile, as well as an ArtPal.com profile where he posts abstract art for sale at outrageous prices. I eventually found his Facebook page and I sent him a message to see if he'd be willing to take a few of my questions. He did not respond. I'm curious to know if Isa is embarrassed of his now 23-year-old creation. While everyone has regrets from their younger years, it seems he hasn't developed any more games since 1997, choosing to focus more on his art. While I don't really consider being the first person to upload footage of this game to YouTube as a monumental life accomplishment, it is something that I believe needs to be added to the video game history books. If I can get the attention of some other YouTube creators, maybe this old fossil can be dusted off. I mean, it doesn't really deserve that much attention, but it's interesting nonetheless. If you like this video, I implore you to check out more of the gameplay, and especially the soundtrack, as it was quite interesting. And you can check out more of my stuff here. And I don't always do that voice. I just thought it was kind of funny to, you know, do like the little detective thing. And, you know, I was hunting down his profile, and now I feel a little creepy. So I'm gonna go take a shower.